Okay, so here's the tutorial to a trick I now call Spontaneous Impression. This, of course, is based on my prediction card trick I called Can I Fool You?, which was used as an experiment to, gain your feedback and see if this was worthy of a fool or of a trick. And so based on your feedback and your thumb ups, it made my decision very easy to show you this tutorial. So thank you again for your feedback. So I'll just get on with how this trick is performed, and I'll just guide you step by step through the process and show you how it's done. So first off, it's recommended that you borrow a deck of cards. It would just make the trick that much more impressive. So this will be our borrowed deck, and what you're going to do is you're going to introduce your prediction deck, and you can also move on to explain how this prediction deck you have quite a strong bond with, in that you've used it in many mentalism experiments, and just sort of use this pattern as if you have some kind of link to this deck. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to display the deck, and it's important that you show your prediction deck to set up in the spectators' minds that there's no duplicates and that the cards are very random. So you show the random cards, and what it actually is it is a setup deck that's actually in perfect numerical order, and except the first 13 cards, like it's all, as you can see, ace to king, all the way through the deck, except for the top 13 cards are king to ace reversed, and I'll get into the reasoning behind that in a moment. So that's the setup, and to complete the setup, to show the randomized look, what you're going to do is what I call, it's the opposite of the down under shuffle. You're going to do the up over shuffle, and to do that you simply take the first two cards, you deal one card on your hand, the next card on your hand, and then you take the bottom card of the two and you go over, and then you take the next card from the deck and you go up, and then you take the bottom card and you go over, the next card up, over, up, over, up, and go through the whole deck, and that will set up the randomization that you want for showing the spectator. And then later you're going to be doing the down under shuffle to reset your deck to the organized numerical order that you need to do this trick. So furthermore, about this down under shuffle, what you can do is do this shuffle while the spectator is shuffling the cards. You can get the spectator to shuffle the cards to kind of hide that boring gap of having them watch you just do the down under shuffle. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to have the spectator shuffle their own cards. So that's what you do at the beginning of the trick. After you've shown the random cards, you explain to the spectator that you're going to do this down under shuffle and you can use the excuse like you're reactivating this sort of bond or link between you and the cards, and you need to do this down under shuffle exercise to do this. So you do the down under shuffle, they mix their cards, and you do the down under simply by, imagine this is the deck of cards. You simply deal the first card on the table first. Important that the first card is dealt down first, then the next card under the deck, and then the next card down, and then under, down, under, down, under, and then lastly whatever card you have left on top. So you go through the whole deck doing the down under shuffle, and you will have your deck reset back to the numerical order you want. Now, once you've done that, you want to set the cards, of course, face down. You don't want to show your setup. So you set the deck in full view. You retrieve the shuffled deck, the shuffled borrowed deck from the spectator, and you move on to explain that you're going to carefully deal the cards face up one at a time from their shuffled deck, and you're going to just wait for a spontaneous sort of impression that comes over you. And whenever that happens, you're going to stop. And so I just need a moment of silence to just to feel this impression. So this is your excuse, asking for this moment of silence to wait for this impression, so that it allows you to silently, to yourself, count the cards. So you're going to be counting the cards based on your setup, starting with, because you have the king to ace first, you're going to be counting king quietly to yourself, and then queen, and then jack, all the way down to ace. And then when you get to the next set of suits, you're going to be counting ace to king again, and all the way through for the rest of the cards. So if you see what I'm getting at, what you're doing is you're simply counting the cards, and you're looking for a chance hit. Yes, believe it or not, it's a chance hit that you're looking for a card that will match the same card that will match the precise card in the same position of your deck. So you'll readily be able to do this based on your setup. So yeah, you want to smoothly just count through the cards silently to yourself, just playing like you're waiting for an impression, but really you're waiting for a card to match your setup. And this is what actually inspired me to create this effect, was when I found out that it's a mathematical fact that there is a 2 out of 3 chance that one card, at least one card, will match precisely the same exact card in the same position in the other deck. It's just mathematically the way it works. So that's, a 67% chance that you will succeed in this. Now, if you go through the whole deck and you don't get a match, that's fine. You can just say, I didn't get any strong impression yet. So could you please just reshuffle the deck, and get them to reshuffle it, and then just do the experiment again, and most likely you will get a hit. And when you get a hit, you simply just stop and say, okay, I've got this strong impression right now. And I'll just quickly just use this as an example. I'll just show you. Let's just say the spectator is, they've mixed the cards. I'll just show you how this works, and I'm hoping that I'll get my 2 out of 3 chance hit, and I'll just give you a quick example of what you'll be doing in your mind. So since I know my first set of cards are spades, you can use, of course, whatever suit order you want. Chased, of course, would probably be the most recommended. Clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds, so you'll easily remember that. But I have spades as my first set of cards, so I count the reverse, of course, first. King, queen, jack, and the reason why I have my first set of cards reversed is if I do get a match during the first set of 13 cards, it won't look so obvious that the value happens to match the same numerical position for the first few cards. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reasoning behind the reverse setup for the first 13 cards. But anyway, so I'm going king, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, of course I'm doing this silently to myself, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ace. And now I'm looking for the hearts, because the hearts are next, and now I'm counting starting with ace. Quietly. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. And now I'm going into the clubs. Ace, 2. Okay, now see, I've landed a hit on the 2 of clubs. Now, as soon as I get a hit, I just simply say, okay, I just had a really strong impression just now, and I want to go on to how this relates to my other deck of cards. So what you do is you ask the spectator to pick up the cards and to note the card that you have arrived at, the 2 of clubs in this case, and then you ask them, could you please count how many cards you have there? So they count the cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So you've arrived at 28 cards at this 2 of clubs. Now let me just show you something really bizarre. So you pick up the deck, and just carefully, so there's no, any possibility, you don't want to show any way of doing any kind of sneaky moves. You want to carefully count the number to the card. So you count 28 in this case. 1, 2, and keeping the cards face down, of course. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and the 28th card, believe it or not, just happens to be the 2 of clubs. And that should knock their socks off. Now, what you can do after you show the card, you can just sort of casually take the cards and just shuffle them and mix them up a little bit, so it just allows you to hand the cards back to the spectator if they want to, inspect the cards themselves, and this just finishes the trick cleanly. So that's how the trick works, and I hope you liked it. And like I said, the success rate is really good for this trick to work, and like you just saw in this example, I shuffled the cards and I got a hit. It's a 2 out of 3 chance. If you fail, you just simply, get the spectator to reshuffle the cards as if you didn't get that impression for the first time, that strong impression. Get them to shuffle it again. You do it again. Most likely you'll hit it the next time. And if not, well, if you get a streak of bad luck, just sort of use your own discretion. If the spectator seems quite bored of what's going on, then move on to another trick. If not, if they're still curious, then go for that 3rd attempt, and you should get a hit for sure then. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that, and Yeah, thank you for watching. Talk to you next time.